Hey yo, what is going on guys? Today I want to talk about what you guys can do in Hytale whenever you feel like you got everything for the most part. So at the time we're recording this game is still in early access, so it has stuff but not everything, and obviously they're going to add way more things to the game. But for now, the main things to focus on is you can try to go for the best gear in the game, and at the moment Adamantite is the best. And then there is the Mythril, but you can only get that in creative at the time you're recording this. So what you could do is just do your best to farm as many of these Adamantites, the ingots that is. If you guys don't know how to get these, basically you gotta go to the fire area, which is going to be, if I can take my portal, I can change this to fire because I have the portal linked up already. And you're going to be in this area over here. And basically, I didn't really go into any caves in here at all. But what I did is I just looted villages like that. So I just went inside, looted a bunch. I explored a decent chunk of this area. So I was able to get my adamantite there. And then there's also other resources in the icy area and then also the desert area. So if we just go back. So what I would do is I would just loot as much as you can and get enough to get your gear. So your weapons, your gear, and just try to get that maxed out. And obviously you will have to max out the tier for this bench as well as the one for the armor bench. And that's the other thing you can do. You can just work on maxing out your workbenches. So just go through each one. Right now I'm working on the farming one. I'm at tier 3. I got a bit to go. I think I can actually finish it. I have some carrots over there. So yeah, when you have your workbench, you have all of these things over here. You can place all of them down, and if they're able to be upgraded, definitely work on upgrading them to a higher tier just so you can actually unlock everything. And then if you have recipes that are not unlocked yet, I think certain ones you can craft somewhere or you can buy from the NPCs at the Forgotten Temple Gateway. And also that's the other thing, if you have memories, definitely submit all of your memories at the Forgotten Temple Gateway. If you didn't know, there's a max amount you can have. I think it was 40, it's 48. So once you reach 48, I mean, you can do it before that. That's what I would do. If you unlock that many memories, every time you're done with your sessions, just go to the Forgotten Temple and submit your memories to the statue. So yeah, that's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is just organize your chests a little bit. I started to do it. I kind of stopped doing it mainly because I don't have any more ice logs, so I cannot make any more of these chests. I'd have to go farm more ice logs, but basically I just kind of organized it to decently important stuff. I know these aren't really important, but I was thinking one day maybe we can transfer these gold items into actual gold, so that's why they're there. And then I also have like semi-decent items that I'll need for other things, and I do want to move potions to a different area, but you guys get the point. So we have wood. I have all the wood related things in here, and I could do a better job of organizing them. I can also place chests above, and I can just place more of them in general, but that is another thing you can do. And at the moment there isn't like an automatic sorter, which you could do in Minecraft, but it would be nice to see if they were to implement that into this game. I don't know how they would do it, but that would be really awesome if they could. You can also work on getting some animals. Like I got this goat from the desert area, and this thing got me killed trying to get all the way over here, which was super annoying. I have the desert area down there, but at the moment he's just chilling here at my house. And that's the other thing, the house. Like I don't have anything fancy here at all. I have 2 different doors placed. I just stole the statues that were over here in the Forgotten Temple. So that's another thing. Just slow down, build your base, make it look cool. If you're in a single player or even multiplayer survival world, I guess what you could do is try not to explore too much outside of the things that you do need, because eventually they're going to update the game, and if they update it, that means the updates will go to specific biomes, and if you already explored it, they're not going to replace whatever is already there, if that makes sense. So like in Minecraft, if you explored an area and they updated the game, for example added turtles, a turtle won't spawn in that area, if that makes sense. So basically what I'm trying to say is you'd have to go to a completely different unexplored area, and from there, once you have finished all of that, you finished your gardening, or even if you wanted a garden, it's up to you. Like for me currently, what I might do is once they end up adding more things to the game, I'm probably going to make another survival world just to slow down, like actually take time to build my base, strategically have my base at a better location, because even though I kind of like this place, I just randomly have the Facebook logo over here, which I didn't purposely do, it was just there. But I could do a better job of locating a better spot just to build my base, and then once more things get added, then I can have more content to farm for in this game. And I don't know, maybe in the future we can do farms, or I don't know, anything's possible. And the other thing, since this game's still in early access, you guys can test some stuff. So I've only used the daggers for the most part, so I don't know, maybe I can try the sword, or maybe I can use a mace. I can try out different things here. I so far like the bow and the daggers, that's my opinion, but if you guys like another item, or if you want to try out another item, that's another thing you can go for. And even if you do all of that, you guys are still bored with the game, what you could do is you can test out some of these gateways. I popped off so much. I'm gonna make a different video on this specifically, but I popped off specifically with this one. The other ones are still like work in progress. Like they have stuff, but I haven't really experimented too much with it. I was just told not to do them, but I kind of want to do them just to explore and see like what's in it. Basically, if you don't know, I mean, I'm gonna make a video on it, and I live streamed it on my main channel, but you would craft this fragment, and then you would just throw it in your hotbar, and then you would make sure you have to have the gateway. So you need this gateway as well, and just be wary of the resources that it takes. So this specific one, this is the one that I usually do. At least that's the one I did. You need thorium and the essence of life. And once you have the fragment, you would just place it into this portal with your empty slot here. So just make sure the fragment is here, just interact with it. And when you spawn inside, it's like a new world. Basically, you want to look for towers. There's some that are on massive hills that seem pretty difficult to get to. There's some that look like a house structure that's like a tower-based thing. I'll put up a screenshot on the screen right here so you guys can check it out. You can see what it looks like for yourself. But that's what you want to look for. If you don't find it, then just look for small villages, and maybe you can have time to loot the towers because they do take a while to even get up there and even down from them. But if you happen to find the tower, be wary of the enemies because they will hurt. They will do a lot of damage, and there's a lot of them. And you can do your best to loot the entire thing. They have so many resources if you farm that gateway. Like, I made so much profit on thorium. I'm set on thorium for life pretty much. The essence of life you might lose a little bit of profit on. Maybe you might get a little bit extra, kind of depends, but it's also not that bad to get these things. I don't even know what to call these, trials, dungeons, whatever it is. It's like a gamble pretty much because you might get good stuff, you might get bad stuff. And what I mean by that is you might not find the tower is what I'm trying to say. So I had a lot of fun doing that, and then that was also back when we were able to do the movement exploits. If you guys don't know what that was, basically the left shift that I have on the bottom right over there, I was able to spam that all the time, so I was able to just get very fast movement speed all the time. So I was able to maneuver around the map pretty quickly. I really wish they brought that back. That was so nice to like have actual movement speed like that. But since it's gone, then I don't know. I guess it's just the GG's. They patched it, unfortunately. Which, I mean, it makes sense, but man, it was so good for the movements. But yeah, for the most part, that's pretty much it. That's all you can do. You can play this with friends. The game is still in early access. We're still waiting on stuff to get updated, but I mean, I'm in no rush, and I'm sure the developers also aren't in any rush, but I'm sure they're gonna cook up some good stuff. It seems like they have a lot of good things planned. And yeah, that's pretty much all you can do in this game. You could try to farm as many of certain resources as you want, but you can only get so far with that without getting bored. So my biggest advice is to take things slow, like one at a time. Just build your base, farm certain resources, explore with friends, do things like that, see what kind of discoveries you guys can find, and I'm sure you guys will have fun with this game. Either way, that is going to be all for today's video. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys later.